Good morning. Today we are going to learn about the cost output relationship in the long run. In the previous video, we have learned about the cost output relationship in the short run. In the short run, a firm has to carry out its operation within the existing plant capacity, but in the long run, it is not tied up to the restricted only to the plant capacity. If the demand of the product increases, it can expand output by enlarging its plant capacity. It can construct new buildings or hire them, install new machines, employ and administrative staff. It can make use of the existing as well as the new staff in the most efficient way. But if the demand of the product decreases, the firm can cut down its operation permanently. The size of the plant can also be reduced and other expenditure can also be minimized. Hence, the production cost will also reduce in the long run. In the long run only, the average total cost is important, and for taking long-term output decisions, average cost is considered. Long run average cost in the is the total cost divided by the level of the output. If the per unit cost of the production of different levels of output by changing the size of the plant or the scale of production. The long run cost output relationship is explained by drawing a long run cost curve through short run curves, as long period is made up of many short periods. The long run cost curve they are influenced by the law of returns of the scale, but the short run cost curves are subjected to the working of a law of variable proportions. The scale, the law of return to scale means we are increasing changing the plant factors of the plant also. In the short term, firm operates with a fixed plant, meaning its scale of production cannot be changed. As a result, only one average cost curve represents that specific level of output for that scale of operation. In the long run, the firm can adjust its production scale, which allows the multiple average cost curve, each corresponding to different scale of production. In order to derive the long run average cost curve, we have to draw a number of short run cost curve, each curve representing a particular scale of output. The long run average cost curve will be tangential to the entire family of short run average cost. It means that it will touch each short run average cost curve at its minimum point. Here in this figure, we can see the y-axis is the cost of production and the x-axis is the level of output. We can see multiple short run average cost, and so like SAC1, SAC2 and SAC3, SAC4 and SAC5. Each represents to a particular scale of production. That means particular the plant size. Here the variable, the laborers can be changed, but each short run average cost represents the level of output at a particular scale of production. That means at a particular plant capacity. At one particular for SAC1, one particular plant capacity is required. Then for SAC2, another we have increased the plant capacity, and for SA3 again we are increasing the plant capacity. Likewise, we can obtain different short run average cost. Then we can take the minimum point. Then we can envelop the short run average curve, and we can find out the long run average cost curve. Okay, now here we can see the production cost curve. Okay, now the cost of production. See, from here we have three average cost curve: SAC1, SAC2 and SAC3. and we have drawn for OM output, the long run cost of production is M1 L1, but the short run production cost is K1 M1. Okay, and here this is a SAC1 is the short run average cost, and the difference K1 L1 is the difference between the short run average cost and the long run average cost. But when we see the short run average cost SAC2, here for this level of output OM2, we can see the cost of production is L2 and M2, and this long run average cost, no, it is just touching the minimum point on the short run average cost. Here the short run average cost and the long run average cost are the same. So we can see the optimal level of production can happen at this plant capacity for this scale of production at L2 M2 cost. Okay. Now when we see the short run average cost SAC3, here the for OM3, that is the output for producing OM3 output, the long run average cost is L3 M3, but the short run average cost is K3 M3. That means K3 L3 is the difference between the average cost between short run and the long run. Okay, now see, we can see now we will see what are the important characteristics of long run average curve. We can see it is a tangent curve. Different short run average cost curve represent different operational capacities of different plants in the short run. Long run average cost is the locus of all these points of tangency. The short run average cost can never cut a long run average cost curve. This implies that for a given level of output, no short run average cost can be below the long run average cost. Hence, short run average cost cannot be lower than long run average cost in the long run. This LAC curve is tangential to the various short run average cost. Now it can also be known as an envelope curve. It is known as an envelope curve because it envelopes a group of short run average cost curve, which is appropriate to the different levels of output. And now we can say it's a U-shaped curve. It is, but we can also be termed as a U-shaped curve, but it is much flatter in nature. The long run average cost gradually falls and rises due to the economies and diseconomies of scale. Now, another thing, it can also be known as long run average cost curve is also known as a planning curve because it represents the least cost of producing each possible level of output. This helps in producing optimum level of output at the minimum long run average cost. This is possible when the entrepreneur is selecting the optimum scale plant. Okay, optimal scale plant is that size where minimum point of short run average cost is tangential to the minimum point of long run average cost. This is an important point to note. The maximum optimal level of production and the minimum cost is happening where the short run average cost and the long run average cost touches each other, and which is at the minimum point. Then the minimum point of long run average cost, it should be also lower than the minimum point of short run average cost curve. Now we can see the marginal cost curve. See, here is the long run marginal cost curve. Long run marginal cost curve. We can see the cost of production, and the short run average cost are taken SAC1, SAC2 and SAC3, and we can see for ON output, level of output, NA is the long run average cost. See, now we can see the marginal cost, short run marginal cost will also be equal to the short run average cost. That means it touches at this point B, and for SAC2, the short run marginal cost and the short run average cost intersects at this point, and now the long run average cost is tangential to this point. Okay, for SAC3, the short run marginal cost and the short run average cost intersects at this point D. See, now from these points OB, we can draw the tangential line which cuts, which goes through this point. That is B point. It is B, and it is going it touches at point C, and it goes up. When long run marginal cost is going up, the long run average cost is also going up. So we can see the maximum, the optimal point we can select is at OQ. For OQ level of output, the short run marginal cost and the long run marginal cost, they are intersecting at each other, and this is the optimal point where the maximum production can happen at the lowest cost. Okay, now we can see what are the managerial use of long run average cost. First one is choosing the most efficient plant size. It will help the managers in choosing the most efficient plant size. The long run average cost curve assists the manager in selecting the most suitable plant size for new factory, enabling production at a minimum possible average cost. The second point is it helps the managers in designing the appropriate scale of production. The long average cost curve helps the firm choose a plant size that aligns with this expected output. For smaller level of production, operating a slightly larger plant below its plant capacity may be economical, whereas for larger output levels, using a slightly smaller plant can be more efficient, cost efficient than investing in an excessively large facility. Now, the third managerial use of long run average cost is it helps the managers in determining the optimal plant size. The long run average cost enables the firm to identify the ideal plant size where resources are used the most efficiently, which results in the lowest average production cost. Thank you.